Oh, is hello everybody? Ah, God damn it! Ah, who is it? Who the fuck is it? Who in the fuck is it? Hmm? Them they those. It's Cozmik. What? Come on, say it with me, Earth. Mind you, V. And what else is it? Watch yourself. Be careful. What else is it? Is where you need to be, huh? Cozmik Mind UV is where you need to be. I hope you didn't indulge in the goofy activities yesterday, but if you did, you know what I mean? I hope you did it in a safe manner. Yeah. So we're moving on. Moving on. Benefits of owning a farm. Benefits of owning a farm or farmland. You know what I mean? Let's get into that. I was inspired by a video I watched by two melanin copper tone, etc. black Nehrus. And it gave me a lot of game on the excellent tax breaks and benefits and everything, etc. of owning a farm and exemptions and all that great stuff. So hold on. Hope all is well, abundance and blessings, peace and abundance, and etc. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Put your notifications on. Put your notifications on. Make sure you share this. Make sure you donate to the channel. Make sure you donate to the show. It's going across the bottom. Cash App, $, peace and blessings. I will also be joined by Empress Star. She would do a percentage of the show, half, a little bit, a quarter, whatever have you. See what I'm saying? So yes, absolutely. So let me go share it. Y'all cool out, relax. Yeah, man, go and get your notebooks and all the other stuff. Get your children, situated, whatever. And then let's get right. I'll be back. All right, Royal Day. We're gonna be as brief as possible. Phone running a little hot or whatever. You know how that go. All right, let's get it. Owning a farm can offer a wide range of benefits: economic, personal, environmental, and even cultural. Here's a breakdown of major benefits of owning a farm. 1. Economic benefits: multiple revenue streams, crop production, livestock, dairy, agritourism, workshops, value added products, jams, cheeses, herb oil, tinctures, etc. Asset appreciation: farmland often increases in value over time. Tax benefits: many governments offer tax breaks or subsidies for agricultural land ownership. Also, we'll go over a little bit more in detail about the tax breaks if we can get to it. Self-sufficiency: reduced need to buy food, possible savings on grocery bills. Job creation: opportunity to employ family and or community members. All right. All right, here we go. Number 2, food security and health. Organic and fresh produce: direct control over your food is grown, or how your food is grown. Direct control over how your foods are grown. Non-GMO, pesticide free, etc. Nutritional control. Access to whole foods leads to healthier eating habits. Preservation. Grow and preserve your own fruits, veggies, herbs, and meats. If you're into that meat stuff. Pause. Environmental and ecological impact. Regenerative agriculture. Restore soil health. Capture carbon and conserve water. Pollinator preservation. Support bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. Land stewardship. Protect and nurture natural ecosystems and biodiversity. Number 4, lifestyle and personal freedom. Slower pace of life. Escape the stress of the urban life or city life. Enjoy peace and quiet. Stronger connection to nature. Daily contact with natural rhythms and seasons. Skill development. Gain practical knowledge. Gardening, animal cultivation, carpentry, machinery, etc. Family legacy. Pass down land, skills, and values to the next generation. 5. Community and cultural empowerment. Community uplift. Provide healthy food access in food deserts. Cultural reconnection. Reclaim ancestral farming practices and traditions. Education and mentorship. Host programs and teach youth and aspiring farmers. Political influence. Land ownership often increases civic and economic influence. Bonus. Resilience and interdependence. Emergency preparedness. Hold on, y'all. Farms can be a lifeline during crisis, economic, food shortages, pandemics, basically everything that's going on now. Interdependence, less dependence on industrial food systems and corporate control. So you have to control your own sources and you know where your shit is coming from. Benefits for black people. Owning a farm holds deep historical, economic, and cultural power for black people, indigenous, copper tone, etc. Beyond just land ownership, farming offers a path to self-sufficiency, community healing, and generational wealth. Here's the key benefits of black people owning a farm or owning farms, and it's a lot that owns farms now, but more need to get into it. Land ownership and power and freedom. Land ownership equals power and freedom. Reverses historical land losses. Black farmers once owned. Listen to this. Black farmers once owned over 14 million acres. Over 14 million acres. Most of it was stolen or lost due to systemic racism. Builds generational wealth. Land is a long-term asset that can be passed down to children and grandchildren. Reduces dependency, cuts reliance on corporate food systems, banks, and landlords. Control and autonomy. Decide how the land is used and what values guide your farm. Economic empowerment, multiple income streams, farming, livestock, herbal medicine, community supported agriculture, CSA, agritourism, food markets, and eco retreats, etc. Job creation, employment, employ youth and others in the community. Cooperative power. Black-owned farm cooperatives can pool resources and scale profitably. That's what a lot of black farmers need to do now. If you are having situations, you aren't able to get loans or whatever have you, y'all need to just band together and just crowdfund your own money. Just raise your own fucking capital. Stop asking people for shit, because you already know what's going on. tax incentives, and grants. Black farmers qualify for grants, technical support, and tax breaks if the farm is registered. 3. Mental, physical, and spiritual health. Healing space. Farming can be therapeutic, helping to reduce trauma, stress, and anxiety. Physical wellness. Access to fresh organic fruit grown by you. Spiritual connection restores ancestral ties to the land, plants, and seasonal rhythms. Cultural healing reclaims African and indigenous agricultural knowledge. 4. Food justice and community impact. Combat food deserts. So we don't got to keep talking about it's food deserts and it's not that many choices in the food and all that, right? Okay, we combat food deserts. And then you could do anyway, let me say on top, black-owned farms can provide fresh food in underserved neighborhoods and also be suppliers for people that just want to just do small farmers markets in those underserved neighborhoods. You know, then you'll be more served. You see what I'm saying? And that'll create more jobs as well and more self-sufficiency and self-employment. Feel me? All right, nutrition, education, and or knowledge, teaching healthy eating and sustainable living. Land as a learning space. Farms can host youth programs, apprenticeships, and community healing circles. Mutual aid hub. Share or sell food at reduced prices to those in need. Skill. Number 5, skill building and legacy. Teach practical skills. Black youth learn gardening, construction, animal care, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Community ownership. Land can be shared in trust and or co-ops to avoid individual burden. Cultural preservation. Reclaiming land supports Black agrarian right there. Agrarian traditions and heritage. Bonus. You got another bonus. Resistance and resilience. Land is liberation. In the face of systemic oppression, land gives leverage and refuge. Climate and crisis ready. A farm can serve as a shelter, sanctuary, or food source during emergencies or social unrest. Homesteading. Black farmers can be off-grid, self-sufficient, and safe from city surveillance or gentrification. All right, let's keep on going, and then we're gonna switch over to the amazing voice of Empress Star, and make sure you are on Who You With Wednesdays with Empress Star. We're figuring out how to get it live through here, but until then it'll be on the book. It'll be on the Facebook or whatever have you. So make sure you get rock out with Who You With Wednesdays. We had an excellent topic. Last week we had an excellent topic. So, and also on Moon Day, we will hopefully have sacred space. We will have sacred space coming through on Moon Day for the feminine energies. Come through. It's like barbershop talk for feminine energies. You know what I mean? All right, so come through, come true, come elevate. Don't hesitate. Come elevate and innovate. Let's get it. The space has been created for you, so let's get up in it. You know what I mean? Let's use it in a productive manner. Preventing outsiders, whether corporations, developers, banks, or even local governments, from taking Black people's farms requires intentional legal, financial, and community-based protection strategies. Here's a breakdown of effective ways to protect Black owned farmland. Legal protection and land ownership structures. Clear title and deed ensures that the land has a legally documented and clear title, no disputes or liens. Many black land losses stem from heirs property, undocumented inheritance. Create a land trust or LLC. Family land trust keeps land within family control and limits individual sales. LLC, limited liability company, offers legal protection, tax benefits, and makes it harder to force a sale. Heirs property reform. Work with attorneys or legally divide or restructure inherited land to prevent forced partition sales. A major way black land has been stolen. All right, that's a major way black land has been stolen. All right, wills and estate planning. Have legally binding wills and suggestion plans to prevent land from being lost when elders pass away. Financial prevention and debt management. Avoid predatory loans. Many black farmers have lost land due to high interest loans or foreclosure. Use co-ops or black-owned banks when possible. Access grants and subsidies. Apply for USDA grants, nonprofit funding, or mutual aid for black farmers. Avoid loans unless absolutely necessary. Avoid loans unless absolutely necessary. Use land for income. Rent land for events, grazing, or farming co-ops to cover taxes and maintenance. Pay property tax early. Tax sales are a sneaky way outsiders claim land. Set up reminders or escrow to ensure taxes are always paid. So just pay them shits ahead of time if you can. And keep documentation. Collective ownership and community support. Co-ops and collectives. Shared ownership models protect land from individual debt or selling under pressure. Community land trusts, CLTs, nonprofit organizations that hold land in trust for permanent black ownership and community use. Cultural covenant agreements. Agreements that require land be used for black empowerment, healing, sustainability, even if sold. Legal defense and advocacy. Partner with legal aid groups like Federation of Southern Cooperatives and Land Loss Prevention Project help black landowners. Know your rights. Beware of eminent domain laws, zoning changes, or local ordinance that could threaten your land. Fight back collectively. If the government or a corporation tries to take land, build community campaigns, involve media, and engage lawyers who specialize in land justice. Strengthen cultural and intergenerational ties. Teach youth ownership. Pass down the importance of land as a sacred inheritance, not just real estate. Use the land. Active farmers are harder to claim than idle ones. Grow, teach, build, and host. That means you can't just be having the land and not doing shit on it. You see what I'm saying? You have to be active on the goddamn land. Document everything. Keep records of how the land is used, who helps maintain it, and who will inherit it. Paper trails matter in court. And this the way it's set up. Bonus. Land is legacy. Protect it like a fortress. Don't sell under pressure. Developers often offer cash to quote unquote buy you out, end quote. Stay focused on the long-term value. Vet all partners carefully. That means all your personal friends, homies, everybody, whoever. Make sure collaborators respect the vision. You hear that, Earth? Make sure collaborators respect the vision. Outsiders disguised as allies can be dangerous. Outsiders, this guy, and that's in every form of damn life, you may as well say. Apply that right there. Outsiders disguised as allies can be dangerous, man. Ensure, and that's everybody. That goes any and everybody. Ensure the land and buildings. Protect from fire, theft, and natural disasters. All right, we're gonna segue to Emperor Star in a few minutes. Just give us a short commercial break, and we'll be right back. Peace and abundance. Make sure you share this. Make sure you put your notifications on. Make sure you share this to your family members or whoever y'all got together yesterday. Most of some of y'all to do that. So you can definitely share this with them. I would hope. You know what I'm saying? So because some of us aren't able to just sit down and politic and have these type of great elevations with what we call our family members, our earth family and stuff like that. So anyway, make sure you share, subscribe, support. Make sure you donate to the channel, man. Gratitude in advance. And then, like I said, we're working on a few interviews coming up. We got a few interviews coming up. I ain't gonna let you know what it is. It just be a surprise. And so, yeah. Y'all just keep linking in, keep locking in, and then we'll be right back. Moment with Empress Star for the rest of the show.
All right. We're back. Part two. Benefits of owning a black farm for the black youth. Education and skill building. Hands-on learning teaches real-world skills like gardening, carpentry, animal care, mechanics, business, and entrepreneurship. STEM connection. Farming introduces biology, chemistry, soil and water, technology, irrigation systems, and environmental science. Cultural education. It reconnects youth to African and indigenous farming traditions and sustainable living. Empowerment and confidence. Owner mentality, learning to manage land boosts responsibility, discipline and self-worth. Creative expression. Farming allows for innovation, designing gardens, inventing tools, building greenhouses. Leadership opportunities. Youth can lead garden projects, teach peers, or sell or produce at markets. Number three is wellness and health. You get better nutrition because you have access to homegrown pesticides, which are pesticide free. You have mental health support. You have nature, fresh air, and working with the earth reduces anxiety, depression, and trauma. So overall, you have more mental health because you'll be out in nature. Physical activity. You'll be working on the farm, so you'll be strengthening your body and promoting more healthy habits. Number four, community and financial opportunity. It creates jobs. Youth can learn how to earn an income from sales or agribusiness. Youth co-ops. Teens can form cooperatives to share work and profits. So, in essence, it's helping overall. It's helping the youth to once again grow a bond to start working together and building together, which in essence is going to help the future. It starts with the youth. So, if we start putting these things into place, getting land so we can start developing farms. And one thing about for you to call it a farm, it has to be at least 10 acres. So we need to start looking into properties where we can get at least 10 acres and not even worry about the revenue because the revenue will come. You just have to put the energy and effort just to get started. It also creates safe spaces. Farms can serve as peaceful, violence-free zones for healing and growth. And we're talking about the youth. We know the youth need it because we need it as well. Benefits of owning a black farm for a black woman, melanated woman. Healing and wellness. It's a sacred space. Farming offers peace, solitude, and spiritual connection, especially important for black women carrying generational stress. Yanni and herbal wellness. You can grow healing herbs like red raspberry, lavender, and mugwort, just to name a few, for the womb and feminine care. It helps with reproductive empowerment because you get to control your food sources. That helps with hormonal balance and holistic fertility practices. Economic empowerment, entrepreneurship. You can create income through herbal products, vegan goods, CSA boxes, and retreats. So you're basically using the land to profit, to bring revenue in for you and your family as you're building up the youth and building up a community of black and melanated people. And land ownership equals power. Owning land breaks cycles of dependency and allows women to pass wealth to their children. Owning land also grants access. It gives black women qualify for unique agricultural and women of color grants. So we can go out there and get grants, apply for these grants for the land. And we'll do a show on that later for the grants for the women of color because we need to know that. So part 3, we're talking about leadership and legacy. It gives matriarchal stewardship. Black women leading farms can set powerful examples and change narrative around land. It gives us skill mastery. We gain expertise in business and food systems, construction, marketing, and so much more. It puts us in a place of mentorship roles where we become better mentors for girls, for mothers, and aspiring women farmers. Part 4, the impact it has on the community. Food access and security. We can grow fresh produce for low-income neighborhoods. It gives healing spaces. We can use the farm for yoga, workshops, doula work, or sister circles. What better way to turn up than to turn up on your land where you can heal your sisters instead of putting that poison inside of your body, going to a club or something else like that. It also empowers motherhood. You can raise your children around nature. They have access to nature, clean food, and stability. And also looking at nature, you can look at nature and it'll show you how to raise your star seeds because everything works in a cycle, even us humans. All right, so the shared benefit of reclaiming the land. For both the black youth and the women, farming isn't just about agriculture. It's a political act of liberation. It's about healing ancestral trauma, reversing systematic disposition, building wealth and power on our own terms. Owning a farm is one of the most powerful tools for building generational wealth, especially, especially, especially for black and melanated families and communities who've historically been denied land ownership and ownership. And here's how. Benefits of owning. I'm sorry, excuse me. Benefits of owning a farm for generational wealth. Number one, land equals a long-term asset. That means you're going to have it forever unless you sell it unnecessarily, which you need to keep the land because land is generational wealth. Your generations will have it. They can build on it. They can harvest on the land. They can keep doing. They can throw different kind of parties on the land, things to help, retreats, all kind of things, and not to mention have a sustainable food system. All right, appreciating value. Land typically increases in value over time, especially farmland. And remember, you can call it a farm and you can get it registered as a farm as long as it's more than 10 acres. 10 or more acres. It's tangible wealth. Unlike money that can be spent, land is a physical asset you can use, sell, rent, or pass down. You can do all of that, just don't sell it. Do all except for sell it. It's for legacy building. Farms can stay in a family for generations, forming the foundation for economic security and cultural identity. Multiple income streams. Crop sales. You can sell fruits, vegetables, or grain. Livestock or poultry. Meat, eggs, and dairy. Value-added goods such as jam, sausage, shea butter, and herbal teas, just to name a few. Agritourism. Farm stays, retreats, tours, events, etc. You can have different workshops and different educational programs for the youth. You can also have different workshops such as skill sharing. You can rent the land, leasing to other farmers, beekeepers, or solo developers. And these income streams can fund a startup business, or you can reinvest into other family ventures. Part 3 we're going to talk about is tax benefits and government support. Agricultural tax breaks. You get reduced property taxes on farmland, grants and subsidies. Farmers often qualify for funding that supports operations, equipment, and conservation. Estate planning tools. With proper planning, wills, trusts, LLCs, land can be transferred without high inheritance taxes, keeping it in the family. And that's the goal we want to stay at. Keep it in the family so you can have generational wealth. All right, part 4, we're going to talk about business and ownership. Family business structure. Farming allows multiple generations to work together, build businesses, and pass down the skills. Youth involvement. Kids and teens can learn entrepreneurship by growing, marketing, and selling products. Brand legacy. A well-known farm name or product line becomes a marketable legacy, just like a family restaurant or store. Part 5. Wealth protection. Economic security in hard times. A farm can produce food, income, and shelter even during recessions and crises. Independence from rent or corporations. You own where you live and work. No landlord, no boss. You own where you live and you work. No landlord, no boss. That's independence from rent or corporations. Diversification. Forms diversify family wealth beyond jobs and wages, protecting them against job loss or inflation. Part 6, we're going to talk about knowledge and cultural capital. Skills that last. Farming, knowledge, soil care, construction, animal care is powerful, sustainable, and transferable. Cultural preservation. A farm is a place to practice and pass down traditions, stories, and ancestral practices, which we've been missing for such a long time. So this will help us to start rebuilding. Community standing. Landowners often have more voice and influence in local decisions. So here's the bonus: reclaiming the future. For black families, especially owning a farm is a revolutionary act that breaks cycles of land loss and displacement, creates intergenerational empowerment, plants seeds of self-determination and independence. Owning a farm comes with significant tax breaks and incentives, especially when the land is used for agricultural purposes. These benefits are designed to support farmers, reduce operating costs, and help preserve farmland. Here's a breakdown of the main tax breaks for owning a farm in the United States. Agricultural property tax exemption, land tax breaks, lower property tax. Farmlands is often taxed at a lower rate than residential or commercial property. You use value assessment. Land is taxed based on its agricultural productivity, not market value, especially helpful in high development areas. State-specific programs. Most states have farmland preservation or green belt programs that significantly reduce property taxes if the land is actively farmed. For example, in Georgia, qualifying agricultural land can receive a 10-year conservation use exemption with huge savings. Wow. So part 2, we're going to talk about farm income tax deductions. Farmers can deduct a wide variety of costs, including seeds, fertilizer, and feed, equipment and tools, tractors, trucks, and fuel, repairs and maintenance, hired labor or contractors, insurance premiums, utilities like water and electricity, farmhouse if it's used for the business. You can even depreciate large assets like tractors over several years to reduce taxable income. Part 3, self-employment and social security tax rates. Schedule F filing. Farmers file IRS Schedule F, which allows for a variety of deductions that lower both income and self-employment taxes. Optional form method. If your income is low but expenses are high, you can sometimes use this method to increase Social Security credits. Conservation and sustainability credits. If your farm practices environmental stewardship, you may qualify for USD credit conservation. State and federal credits for planting trees, creating pollinator habitats, or installing solar panels. Easements, donating land rights for conservation can result in huge charitable tax deductions. Part 5, home and farmhouse deductions. If you live on the farm and part of your home is used for business, like an office, storage, or processing area, you may be able to deduct a portion of your mortgage, interest, or rent. Utilities, such as the internet, phone, or electric. Home office deductions under IRS rules, estate tax relief, and general transfers. Special use valuation section 2032A reduces the value of farmland for estate tax purposes if the land stays in the family and is farmed. Installment sale to the family. Sale to your children over time with favorable tax treatment. That says sale to your children over time with favorable tax treatment. That is the installment sale to the family so that the land can stay in the family and no one can take it. Gifting land. Use lifetime exemptions to transfer farm assets to heirs without triggering huge tax bills. So basically, if you gift the land, you can just keep gifting it so you can avoid the tax breaks. So you can avoid being taxed and you'll have the breaks. To qualify, you must usually use the land primarily for farming or livestock, meet minimum income or production thresholds, show the land is actively managed and used, not idle or for decoration. Basically, check your state's Department of Agriculture or tax assessor website for specific rules. Some states require as little as 5 acres or a few $100s of farm income. All right, all right, all right. So I feel like that was a great way just to break into um, the importance of having land, having farmland, being able to pass the land down to your children and future generations to come. The importance of the land when it comes to the tax rates, the tax write-offs you can get, the skills that you learn, the skills that you can pass down, the way you can build up the youth. You know, is it's a great way to start repairing the melanated community. All right, all right. Once again, I'm Empress Star, and I'd like to say thank you so much for giving us some of your time. But before I go, I'd like to say, who you with? Who you with Wednesdays on Facebook Lives at 9 o'clock every Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern every Wednesday. Come chill out, catch a vibe with me. We talk about mostly everything. We just talk, hang out, have a few interviews. Next Monday we're gonna have a different kind of vibe going on. We have sacred space for us women where we can come in a sacred space to embrace the trauma and embrace, just moving up to the next level, elevating together, so we can start healing the things that are going on with us. And it's going to be myself, Empress Star, and the co-host will be Shea Nicole. Thanks again for rocking out with us, and have a great day.
And guess, goddammit, what? Guess what? Goddammit, Cozmik Mind UV.